nicotine haze wrapping around the room, sweeping away my senses like an old forgotten broom. The vinyl record spins a scratchy, melancholic tune, bathed in the artificial glow of a neon moon. I tap my fingernails against the cheap mahogany, trapped inside this beautiful toxic symphony. You walk right through the parlor with a dangerous swagger, holding my attention like a hidden silver dagger. I strike a match against the heel of my leather boots, wearing this tattered confidence like a tailored suit. The atmosphere is heavy, saturated with desire, walking barefoot across a pit of burning fire. I see you sitting there, sipping on a sour drink, pushing my sanity way past the absolute brink. The jukebox hums a melody of broken-hearted fools, breaking every single one of the tavern's golden rules. Inhale the vapor, let the poison circulate, leaving our fragile future to the hands of fate. Exhale the misery, watch the gray clouds rise. I see my own reflection in your compromised eyes. We got those smoky blues tearing up the atmosphere, the loudest kind of silence that you'll ever hear. Smoky blues, a fatal magnetic attraction, looking for a tiny bit of chemical satisfaction. Smoky blues into the endless night. The bartender polishes the glassware with a filthy rag, while I surrender completely to this glorious drag. A pocket full of coppers and a pocket full of lies, ignoring the warning signs and the desperate cries. The tempo shifts into a syncopated heavy grind, leaving the rational decisions completely behind. Your lipstick leaves a smudge upon the paper cup. I am falling way down, but it feels like going up, going up, going up. My vocal register drops into a gravelly tone, navigating this hazardous territory all alone. The friction between us creates a static spark, illuminating the corners of the pitch black dark. I flick the ashes right into the porcelain tray, knowing tomorrow I will definitely have to pay. But tonight the rhythm is a captivating drug, sweeping our transgressions right under the rug. Inhale the vapor, let the poison circulate, leaving our fragile future to the hands of fate. Exhale the misery, watch the gray clouds rise. I see my own reflection in your compromise. fretboard is a roadmap of the mistakes I have made, where every single promise has been steadily betrayed. My callous fingertips press against the nickel wire, extinguishing the remnants of a suffocating fire. The tuning pegs are rusted from the dampness of the room, an instrument absorbing all the overwhelming gloom. I pluck a solitary note and let it hang in space, a sonic representation of a devastated face.
I plug the heavy cable in the amplifier jack, knowing that my innocence is never coming back. The vacuum tubes are glowing with the warm nostalgic heat, pumping out a rhythm of absolute pure defeat. I dial up the overdrive to mask the inner ache, calculating exactly how much more my mind can take. The hum of the equipment is a sympathetic friend, accompanying this journey to a miserable end.
The physical vibration travels up the wooden neck, a beautiful salvage of a devastating wreck, translating the tragedy into an audible sigh, a spectacular method to efficiently cry. Listen to the weeping chord echoing down the hall, a musical testament to a terrifying fall. Weeping chord bending on the heavy gauge string, the most sorrowful anthem that a human could ever sing. Let the harmony tremble, let the feedback sustain. We are broadcasting frequencies of undeniable pain, a masterpiece constructed from a shattered, broken dream, tearing apart the fabric of the fragile sonic scene.
The bridge pickup captures every microscopic flaw, exposing the emotion that is terrifyingly raw. I manipulate the whammy bar to emulate a moan, operating in the territory completely on my own. The pentatonic scale provides a temporary map, navigating safely through this psychological trap, a symphony of sadness generated by the hand, the only universal language I can fully understand.
The nylon and the steel create a gorgeous tragic blend, a musical epistle that I desperately send. I mute the heavy rhythm with the palm of my right hand, creating a dynamic that is utterly grand. The distortion pedal mimics all the anger in my brain, a beautiful cacophony driving me insane. But when the chorus hits, I find a momentary peace, a wonderful, incredible, magnificent release. The physical vibration travels up the wooden neck, a beautiful salvage of a devastating wreck, translating the tragedy into an audible sigh, a spectacular method to efficiently cry. Listen to the weeping chord echoing down the hall, a musical testament to a terrifying fall. Weeping chord bending on the heavy gauge string, the most sorrowful anthem that a human could ever sing. Let the harmony tremble, let the feedback sustain. We are broadcasting frequencies of undeniable pain, a masterpiece constructed from a shattered, broken dream, tearing apart the fabric of the fragile sonic scene. Bend the note, make it scream, wake up from this agonizing dream. The resonance is pure, the frequency is true, a devastating serenade dedicated just to you. unplug the cord. Stepping down the concrete stairs into the basement club, immersed entirely in the frequencies of the dub. The strobe light flickers cutting through the dense heavy fog, navigating the darkness like a solitary dog. My doppelganger mimics every movement that I make, testing my sanity to see how much my mind can take. A phantom reflection projected on the plaster wall, answering the terrifying subterranean call.
The audio engineer twists the analog mixing knob, controlling the heartbeat of the synchronized dancing mob. Reverberation bouncing off the insulated ceiling, amplifying this deeply unsettling, eerie feeling. I confront the monster that is hiding in my own brain, dancing erratically to keep myself entirely sane. The lower registers vibrate right through my spinal cord, a heavy manipulation by the musical overlord, submerging our consciousness into the deepest low, where the obscure, terrifying entities prefer to go, manipulating the echo, stretching out the time, committing a beautifully sonically perfect crime. Welcome to the shadow dub, where the phantoms sway, keeping the obnoxious glaring sunlight far away. Shadow dub, bouncing off the subterranean floor, leaving you begging the DJ for a little bit more. Let the bass line rumble, let the snare drum crack. We are venturing deep and we are never coming back. A hypnotic trance inside a pitch black hidden room, finding our salvation in the middle of the gloom. The synthesizer oscillates a terrifying drone, a sinister frequency that chills me to the bone. My darker alter ego takes complete and total charge, becoming a menacing figure incredibly large. We wrestle with the demons in a synchronized routine, the most spectacular exorcism you have ever seen. The woofer cabinets rattle with the violent earthquake force, taking this ritual along its necessary course. A sudden dropout leaves my vocal hanging in the air, exposing a vulnerability I rarely ever share. The delay pedal repeats my phrases into infinity, questioning the boundaries of my own divinity. I twirl my silhouette into a dizzying glass spin, shedding the layers of my metaphorical skin. The sonic isolation acts as a protective shield, conquering the adversaries on the battlefield, submerging our consciousness into the deepest low, where the obscure, terrifying entities prefer to go, manipulating the echo, stretching out the time, committing a beautifully sonically perfect crime. Welcome to the shadow dub, where the phantoms sway, keeping the obnoxious glaring sunlight far away. Shadow dub, bouncing off the subterranean floor, leaving you begging the DJ for a little bit more. Let the bass line rumble, let the snare drum crack. We are venturing deep and we are never coming back. A hypnotic trance inside a pitch black hidden room, finding our salvation in the middle of the gloom. Drop the treble, let the low end dominate.
This is the moment where the
Spirits culminate,
echoes multiplying in the empty space,
a terrifying grin upon the phantom's face.
Phantom bass. are venturing deep, and we are never coming back. A hypnotic trance inside a pitch black hidden room, finding our salvation in the middle of the gloom.
Let the echo fade,
Return to the surface,
the dub survives.
Bubbles with a dreadful secret brew, formulating hexes aimed directly at you. Alligator sliding beneath the Spanish moss, tallying the ledger of a monumental loss. A mysterious practitioner stirs the iron pot, tying up my destiny in a complicated knot. Sprinkling the graveyard dust upon the wooden floor, opening the hinges of another early door.
I hear the incantation whisper through the cypress trees, carried by a foul and a natural breeze, rattling the vertebrae inside a leather sack, guaranteeing nobody is ever coming back.
The grease talisman hangs around my neck, keeping the malevolent apparitions in check. Lighting up the candles on the makeshift shrine, erasing the boundaries of the dividing line. Uttering the syllables of an ancient dreadful curse, making the predicament exponentially worse. The sorcery is potent, the magic is severe, summoning the phantoms that you constantly fear. Listen to the voodoo wail echoing across the swamp,
Joining the procession in a terrifying stomp.
voodoo wail sending shivers down your spine,
Intertwining your miserable existence with mine.
let the witch doctor chant, let the heavy bass rumble, watching the walls of your sanctuary crumble. A hypnotic spell woven in the musical form,
Summoning the fury of a supernatural storm. The talisman vibrates with a kinetic strange energy, unlocking the padlock of a hidden memory, pounding on the ghost skin with the frantic wild pace, summoning the spirits from a designated place. The potion is simmering, emitting a foul scent, a magical phenomenon that cannot be unspent. I throw the carved trinkets upon the dusty dirt, shielding my anatomy from any impending hurt.
my pupils dilate as the trance begins to take, causing the foundations of the cabin to shake. I speak in a dialect I never formally learned, while the effigy of my enemy is totally burned. The swamp water ripples from the heavy vibration, a terrifying, spectacular, dark celebration. We bind the adversary with a metaphysical thread, communicating directly with the lingering dead. Uttering the syllables of an ancient dreadful curse, making the predicament exponentially worse. The sorcery is potent, the magic is severe, summoning the phantoms that you constantly fear. Listen to the voodoo wail echoing across the swamp,
Joining the procession in a terrifying stomp.
voodoo wail sending shivers down your spine.
Intertwining your miserable existence with mine.
Let the witch doctor chant, let the heavy bass rumble, watching the walls of your sanctuary crumble. A hypnotic spell woven in a musical form,
Summoning the fury of a supernatural storm.
supernatural storm.
Oh, yeah. Break the hex, snap the cursed twig, dancing around the fire in a frantic wild jig. The spirits are awake and the ritual is complete, throwing the adversary right beneath our feet.
join in the procession in the terrifying storm.
Voodoo wails sending shivers down your spine,
Entwining your miserable existence with mine.
let the witch start to chant, let the heavy bass rumble, watching the walls of your sanctuary crumble. A hypnotic spell woven in the musical form,
Summoning the fury of a supernatural storm.
this spell is cast, the swamp is quiet. Voodoo, voodoo.
Oh, yeah. The murky bio bubbles with the dreadful secret brew, formulating hexes aimed directly at you. Alligator sliding beneath the Spanish moss, tallying the ledger of a monumental loss. Some mysterious practitioner stirs the iron pot, tying up my destiny in a complicated knot. Sprinkling the graveyard dust upon the wooden floor, opening the hinges of an otherworldly door.
I hear the incantation whisper through the cypress trees, carried by a foul and unnatural breeze. Rattling the vertebrae inside the leather sack, guarantee nobody is ever coming back.
The grease talisman hangs around my neck, keeping the malevolent apparitions in check. Lighting up the candles on the makeshift shrine, erasing the boundaries of the dividing line.
Uttering the
Syllables of an ancient dreadful curse, making the predicament exponentially worse. The sorcery is potent, the magic is severe, summoning the phantoms that you constantly fear. Listen to the voodoo wail echoing across the swamp,
joining the procession in the terrifying stomp.
voodoo wail sending shivers down your spine.
Intertwining your miserable existence with mine.
Let the witch doctor chant, let the heavy bass rumble, watching the walls of your sanctuary crumble. A hypnotic spell woven in a musical form,
Summoning the fury of a supernatural storm. The talisman vibrates with a kinetic strange energy, unlocking the padlock of a hidden memory. Pounding on the goatskin with the frantic wild pace, summoning the spirits from a designated place.
the potion is simmering, emitting a foul scent, a magical phenomenon that cannot be unspent. I pour the carved trinkets upon the dusty dirt, shielding my anatomy from any impending hurt. My pupils dilate as the trance begins to take, causing the foundations of the cabin to shake. I speak in a dialect I never formally learned, while the effigy of my enemy is totally burned. The swamp water ripples from the heavy vibration, a terrifying, spectacular, dark celebration. We bind the adversary with the metaphysical thread, communicating directly with the lingering dead. Uttering the syllables of an ancient dreadful curse, making the predicament exponentially worse. The sorcery is potent, the magic is severe, summoning the phantoms that you constantly fear. Listen to the voodoo wail echoing across the swamp,
Joining the procession in a terrifying stomp.
voodoo wail sending shivers down your spine.
Intertwining your miserable existence with mine.
Let the witch doctor chant, let the heavy bass rumble, watching the walls of your sanctuary crumble. A hypnotic spell woven in a musical form,
Summoning the fury of a supernatural storm. Break the hex, snap the cursed twig, dancing around the fire in a frantic wild jig. The spirits are awake.
the ritual is complete. watching the deception from my weary eye. The saline droplets trace a jagged route, digging to the bottom of the deepest root. A tiny puddle forms upon the pavement stone, reflecting a visage I have barely known. Gathering the water in a porcelain bowl, purifying the edges of a tarnished soul.
The Arceus ritual begins at dusk, shedding the remnants of a hollow husk, submerging the ego in the rising tide, leaving absolutely nothing left to hide. The precipitation carries an ancient lore, sweeping the debris from the ocean floor. Baptized anew in the sorrowful stream, waking the spirit from a dormant dream. Let the reservoir overflow the dam, revealing the truth of exactly who I am. A liquid testament to the pain we bear, evaporating slowly in the humid air. Mystic tears, a crystal clear release, negotiating terms for a lasting peace. Mystic tears, falling like the summer rain, washing the residue of the urban stain. Crying out an ocean drop by single drop, we let the water flow until the hurting stops. A sacred fountain springing from the chest, putting the exhausted intellect to rest. The weeping willow bows its branches low, absorbing the moisture from the soil below. An irrigation system for the barren dirt, healing the anatomy of a lasting hurt. The tributary feeds into a roaring sea, washing away the chains of captivity. We harvest the sorrow from the weeping eye, a glorious liquid that will never dry. My eyelashes heavy with the morning dew, painting the horizon in a softer hue. The condensation gathers on the window glass, watching the procession of the shadows pass. A vulnerable offering laid upon the shrine, turning bitter water into vintage wine. The clarity emerges when the crying ends, mending the fractures that the universe sends. Let the reservoir overflow the dam, revealing the truth of exactly who I am. A liquid testament to the pain we bear, evaporating slowly in the humid air. Mystic tears, a crystal clear release, negotiating terms for a lasting peace. Mystic tears, falling like the summer rain, washing the residue of the earthen stain. Crying out an ocean drop by single drop, we let the water flow until the hurting stops. A sacred fountain springing from the chest, putting the exhausted intellect to rest. Pour it out, empty the bitter well, breaking out of this self-constructed self. The salinity shores, the microscopic tear, washing the landscape until it's absolutely clear. Trickle, cleanse, breathe, release. Mystic tears, a crystal clear release, negotiating terms for a lasting peace. Mystic tears, falling like the summer rain, washing the residue of the urban stain. Crying out an ocean drop by single drop, we let the water flow until the hurting stops. A sacred fountain springing from the chest, putting the exhausted intellect to rest. Let it wash over, pure liquid gold. The weeping is done.
eating the oxygen in the suffocating humid air. Our celestial guardian looks down on a fractured earth, mourning the tragedy right from the moment of birth. Ultraviolet rays piercing through the fragile ozone, melting the marrow inside of every human bone. I shield my vision from the agonizing solar glare, breathing the tragedy lingering in the atmosphere.
The thermometer shatters from the escalating degree, boiling the surface of the terrifying angry sea. A planetary teardrop falling from the blazing sphere, making the environmental consequences crystal clear.
The asphalt softens underneath my heavy tramping boot, incinerating the branches and scorching the deepest root. We gaze at the zenith, completely blinded by the light, praying for the mercy of the cool and velvet night.
The stratosphere is weeping a river of liquid gold,
A devastating prophecy that the ancestors foretold, sweating out the poison in this terrifying heat, a cosmic phenomenon that is impossible to beat. Oh, look up at the crying sun, scorching up the sky, watching the ancient frozen glaciers slowly die. Crying sun blazing with the furious radiant grace, leaving a sunburn upon the entire human race. Let the brass section wail, let the temperature rise. We are staring directly into the apocalypse's eyes, a massive eruption of 1,000 degrees, bringing the toughest warriors straight to their knees.
The desert oasis has turned into a shallow dust, corroding our machinery into a pile of rust. A solar flare disrupting the satellite communication, causing a panic across the frightened, trembling nation. We gather around the bonfire to sing a desperate hymn, knowing our chances of survival are incredibly dim. The equatorial intensity is far too much to bear, a massive conflagration that we simply cannot share.
My mascara liquefies and runs down my burning cheek, searching for a sanctuary for the weary and the weak. The sunburn blisters upon my unprotected, fragile skin, a visible punishment for my unrepented sin. I raise my hands up high toward the burning yellow disc, accepting the danger and the unavoidable risk. The melody acts as a supernatural sunscreen lotion, calming the turbulence of my terrifying emotions.
Stratosphere is weeping a river of liquid gold,
A devastating prophecy that the ancestors foretold, sweating out the poison in this terrifying heat, a cosmic phenomenon that is impossible to beat. Oh, look up at the crying sun, scorching up the sky, watching the ancient frozen glaciers slowly die. Crying sun blazing with the furious radiant grace, leaving a sunburn upon the entire human race. Let the brass section wail, let the temperature rise. We are staring directly into the apocalypse's eyes, a massive eruption of 1,000 degrees, bringing the toughest warriors straight to their knees. Eclipse of sorrow, black out the devastating ray. We are gonna survive this apocalyptic day. The corona is flashing, the heat wave is supreme, waking us violently from the planetary dream.
scorching, blazing, melting.
Radiating. Oh, look up at the crying sun, scorching up the sky, watching the ancient frozen glaciers slowly die. Crying sun blazing with the furious radiant grace, leaving a sunburn upon the entire human race. Let the brass section wail, let the temperature rise. We are staring directly into the apocalypse's eyes, a massive eruption of 1,000 degrees, bringing the toughest warriors straight to their knees. Keep burning, solar tears, the heat wave fades. Twilight settles heavy on the dusty dirt road fork, where the spectral entities supposedly walk and talk. I brought my warm acoustic and a pocket full of grief, looking for a supernatural, permanent relief. The cicadas are buzzing, a hypnotic droning sound, as I draw a circle on the unforgiving ground, waiting for the midnight when the bargain can be struck, willing to surrender all my everlasting luck.
A shadowy figure emerges from the sugarcane field, holding the contract that can never be repealed. The temperature drops, an unnatural freezing chill, testing the parameters of my independent will. He tips his dark fedora, flashing a golden grin, offering a shortcut through the labyrinth of sin. The intersection hums with the terrifying power, counting down the seconds to the designated hour. Transaction of the spirit in the middle of the night, trading our eternity to win this mortal fight. The signature is written in a crimson bloody hue, a devastating compromise between me and you. Down at the Kingston crossroads, where the devil waits, holding the master keys to the consequential gates. Kingston crossroads, making a dangerous pact, a mesmerizing, frightening, irreversible act. Will you sell your soul for a melody of gold, or keep your integrity before you grow too old? The intersection forces you to finally choose between the reggae salvation or the tragic blues. He hands me the guitar, the strings are humming hot, promising the absolute success that I have sought. My fingers move with lightning, a virtuoso grace, but I see the sudden tragedy reflected in his face. Fame is an illusion, a temporary fleeting crown, before the gravity pulls you violently back down. The gravel crunches softly underneath this pointed shoe, reminding me exactly what I promised I would do.
I clutch my vocal microphone, my voice begins to soar, achieving a register I have never hit before. The talent is incredible, but the cost is far too steep, a horrifying secret I am obligated to keep. The crossroads disappear into a thick swirling mist, leaving me alone with this terrifying twist. The spotlight is blinding, the applause is deafening, but I feel my inner conscience slowly deadening. A transaction of the spirit in the middle of the night, trading our eternity to win this mortal fight. The signature is written in a crimson bloody hue, a devastating compromise between me and you. Down at the Kingston crossroads, where the devil waits, holding the master keys to the consequential gates. Kingston crossroads, making a dangerous pact, a mesmerizing, frightening, irreversible act. Will you sell your soul for a melody of gold, or keep your integrity before you grow too old? The intersection forces you to finally choose between the reggae salvation or the tragic blues. The price of the magic, the cost of the fame, nothing will ever be the same. Tear up the paper, run from the deal, hold on to the only thing that is actually real. Sign the line, take the price, lose your soul, open your eyes. Down at the Kingston crossroads, where the devil waits, holding the master keys to the consequential gates. Kingston crossroads, making a dangerous pact, a mesmerizing, frightening, irreversible act. Will you sell your soul for a melody of gold, or keep your integrity before you grow too old? The intersection forces you to finally choose between the reggae salvation or the tragic blues. The deal is done, crossroads. Lord of mercy. my sanity, full speed at the throttle. Fermented courage making my boots wanna sway, chasing the ghosts of my yesterday away.
The saloon is spinning in a dizzying blur,
causing a raucous and magnificent stir. Ice cubes clinking in a crystalline cup, drinking the bitter medication straight up.
tapping my heel on the sticky wooden planks, joining the misfits in the rebellious ranks. A dizzy intoxication wrapping around my brain,
numbing the sting of this relentless pain.
the brass section howling like a wild coyote,
floating my troubles on a fragile boat.
a barrel of liquor and a pocket of lint,
running a marathon in a frantic sprint. Swirling the liquor, catching the amber gleam, waking up violently from a sober dream, tossing the inhibitions out the swinging door, leaving our misery scattered on the floor. Whiskey skank, getting dizzy on the floor,
stomping our feet till we cannot take no more.
Whiskey skank, the chaotic joyful mess,
relieving the tension
and the awful stress.
Maze. The upright piano takes a pounding abuse, providing the perfect and rowdy excuse. A tavern of sinners, hypocrites and saints, removing the shackles and the tight restraints.
My collar is loose and my tie is undone.
This chaotic revelry has
only begun. A potent concoction to loosen the tongue, a mischievous anthem that must be sung. My petticoat twirls in the furious spin, embracing the chaos and the beautiful sin. The bartender rings the heavy brass bell, casting a potent and intoxicating spell. I stumble slightly, but I catch my own stride, enjoying the thrill of this turbulent ride. The vintage amplifier crackles and pops, nobody leaves until the melody stops. Swirling the liquor, catching the amber gleam, waking up violently from a sober dream, tossing the inhibitions out the swinging door, leaving